When I first met her,
I live in Harry Sam. Harry Sam is nowhere. Nobody has seen Harry Sam since the day 30 years ago when he went into the John with a weird, ravaging illness. The John is located in an immense motel which stands on the island just off Harry Sam. Only the elite has been inside the John where the important functions of Harry Sam are performed. There's a constant stream of limousines going to and fro from the motel, disembarking judges, generals, the chiefs of crabs, and the Nazarene bishops. The Nazarene bishops are a bunch of drop-dead egalitarians grinding to the billfolds, "We must love one another or die." These luminaries are followed by swarthy, swaggering attendants in high black boots, hoods, with slits for eyes, carrying towels, sweet-smelling colognes, lotions, and fancy enema bottles as they waddle up the anfractuous path like penguins in their evening clothes. The three letters EAT blink their rays throughout Harry Sam across the bay. Helicopters spin above the motel like agitated bugs. Two giant valves protrude from the island, flushing filth and refuse into the bay which separates it from Harry Sam. The bay is so filled with human hair, poisons, muck, and bilge that no swimmer has ever emerged from its waters alive. What do you think about this grand place? Grand? Are you for real? You call this far out grand? While the only issue is whether those cats up there in the water closet will get off their big fat rumps and come out. Land, country, man, those cats have been up there in that foul, nasty place for 30 years, dripping feces all over the place, and you got the nerve to talk about land, country. Are you off the wall? Why, any cat in his right mind knows that this is a big way out bring down, I said, my voice rising. There are things going on in Harry Sam that will give you the willies. Bat fly into his stomach walls and shit in his brains. There's a horrible screaming inside as funny-looking monsters tramp through testicles searching for food, enchanted areas where the undead travel around on motorized golf carts and play gazoos and dog bones, and where unemployed presidents are giving the people a whole lot of "You Are My Sunshine." Well, I can go on for days. Why, just the other day I saw a man running out of a bar yelling, "Just like Munich, just like Munich." What the fuck does Munich have to do with anything? Harry Sam, my leader. Oh, what am I gonna do? I'm so overwhelmed. Call me Sam, kid. This is formalities. You're just as good as me or even better. You know, Chris, he said, just because I've been up here evacuating for 30 years from this really way out bring down illness doesn't mean that I don't know what's going down in me. Why, I look through my binoculars and see everything flying over there and nothing, which is me. Nothing escapes my eyes. I like the way you operate. Here, have one of them pauses what refreshes. Ha, 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 he said, jamming the bottle's neck into my mouth. Now, there's a lot of clamoring and beefing going on down there. Some of those dropouts are gripping about me not coming out of the John to hold them in my lap. A man in my position can't be exposing himself in public. I'm not nice to be near. One time we developed a thing what would put down all them smart aleck spicks. Yeah, this foundation came up with some weapon what would crush them spicks and had them spicks running around giggling and hopping around. Ha, you should have seen them running with their clothes on fire, said Harry Sam, slapping his knees. What was that weapon called, Rapunzel? Asked Sam, the little man. I think we called it a beneficent incapacitator. See, they laugh at me because on the newsreels my shorts don't fit too good. We think they fit fine, boss. You look like Rock Hudson, Cora said. Well, you're wrong, Sam said. Gravity has gotten the best of me. I'm a little flabby and sick and not pleasant to be near.
Senior prom, and it was pretty unbelievable.
Sir, briefly, how did you come across this 65-year-old person?
She doesn't lie, so I believed her, and it wasn't a joke after all.
Gutter in Tehran, looking for my Trojans.
Betty, it's probably a pretty big day at that Marine outfit in Vietnam, and we hope it's a peaceful one.
I thought she was going to help me find my brothers, but she said, "Ficky fig."
But this is also quite a day for Waukegan, Illinois. Pat's home
100 lira.
Or is it, as the story?
This community alongside Lake Michigan that is home for the groom is trying to take things in stride and generally succeeding. You hear the usual tavern talk of Waukegan barkeep told me. It's a continuing topic that no one gets really excited about.
It's like she had metal teeth or something, air-conditioned teeth.
But we're not stringing banners
No spit at all.
Main Street. We don't want to act like a bunch of country cousins.
And so she's scarfing away, and around the corner comes this big hefty, it looked like a Persian Keystone cop. There it was. So she babbled with the creep for a while, and I paid him $1. He left. I suspect it was her brother-in-law.
The union of Pat Nugent and Lucy Johnson.
So he left him, so we crossed the street and went into an even deeper, darker alley. And she starts scarfing me again with the cold teeth. So I patted her on the ass, and she whirls around and pulls up about 97 grimy petticoats.
And Bob,
He grabs a hold of me
a
and
lot of
whang!
people out here in the so-called
And I don't know which hole I
North
went into.
Many doings in Washington are what you might
Somewhere in the
term
process of that, she
faraway
caught my
place
wallet.
things.
Did it feel
Today
good?
we hope
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
so
it felt
far
good.
away place things.
Can you briefly
Nelson, we
describe
hope
what
that
happened,
all around the
when
country,
you,
people are beginning to
It felt like
home?
a
felt like one of
what
those,
we're trying to do.
biscuit tubes.
Let me
Oh, Ballard
recap
oven
this
ready?
Yeah,
little bit
Ballard
here,
oven,
Betty.
like full of
We
liver.
have now the fact that the
It was pretty nice.
Nugents have
come?
been married. They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
married at
I don't
12:42
think she
Eastern
did.
Daylight Time, which is almost an hour ago.
Did she have a dusty
And
climax?
since then, they've been participating in this nuptial
No, she
high
just
mass,
turned around and
or
wiped my
nuptial
dick off
mass,
with
I'm
her
not sure what's
petticoats and,
the proper term.
split it.
Can you briefly describe her
Actually,
face? Did you
that's
catch
running a
her?
little longer
No,
than
she
we
had one of those
expected, so the wedding
things
party is
across her
still
face. I
inside.
think the
As
bottom
soon
of her
as we
face was eaten
get
away
any
by
indication
syphilis
that the
or
wedding party
maybe.
is coming out, we're going to be
Maybe she had a
switching
cocaine
over
head
there
and her
to
nose was
John
gone.
Meyer, who's
Kinda
outside in
embarrassed
front of the
her. So she
Immaculate
kept that thing
Conception.
on.
Meantime, Betty,
Except when
maybe
she
you
was
could tell us
eating
a little about the Nugent
She
family.
lifted it up.
Well, you know, we
Put it
don't
over
know
your
much
dick?
about the
Yeah,
Nugent
like a
family,
grape.
and there was kind of the thought that maybe the Nugent family was hiding from
Fluttered
the
as she
press.
breathed.
Did you grab her buns?
No, I patted her on the bum once to see if it, She was kind of bony. It might have been a boy. I don't know. Had a dress on.
How about tits? Any tits?
But not that I could see.
Yeah,
What'd she have on?
Just a bunch of looked like tablecloths. Maybe a doily or something across her face. And a thing around her. Couldn't see anything but her eyes.
She had underwear on, of course.
Well, I don't know. She had all those petticoats on.
Did you suck her slit?
No.
Why not?
Puked. And I would have wasted all my booze.
You were telling me once about a toe fetish thing you had in Cairo. Would you briefly describe that?
Oh yeah, when I was about 9 years old, I was a gypsy boy in Egypt. And, during the night, I was stolen away by rich people. And they took me to their castle. I had all the refinements and
Betty, I understand
sex
now
slaves
that
and
the
everything. It was
wedding
very
party
groovy. And I was
is
walking
originally
around
from the church.
one time during
as a radiant Mr. and Mrs.
some kind of
Patrick
Civil War
Nugent,
scene, and
now
a tank
man
ran
and
over my
wife,
toe.
stepped through the portal
Made
of
it-
this great
It's
cathedral
incredible. It looked
and
like a
into the
beaver tail.
sunshine.
Lucy
Lucy
toe.
dressed in pink,
With
holding
tank
her
treads
long
imprinted
white
in it.
train.
In the Cafe Society, I was very, very popular among the elite
The walk now
toe
down the
queens
first tier of
of
steps
Cairo
at
at
the head
that
of this
time.
long
That
Oh, it
was
healed up and just was
Yeah, it just stayed flat.
arm
It
in
was
arm.
incredible.
The
Fan
bridesmaids,
myself with it
the
sometimes.
groomsmen, the brides
I could
dressed
water
in
ski on one
vivid
toe.
pink,
So
what has come to
pretty
be
nutty.
called Lucy
I used to
pink.
get paid
And now
thousands
the
and thousands of
bells
shackles
in
and
the tall Shrine Caroline
things, you know,
Tower
for people just to, they'd like
joyously as this
flip my
wedding party
pancakes
makes
with your
its way
toe,
down
will you?
this long
You know,
flight
weird
of
things
steps
like
just
that.
in front of me to a
You didn't have
waiting line of
to toe
cars
any
in a circular drive below.
tuckuses.
Well, I did slice up a few old
smiling
cabinet
couple.
members. They insisted on it. Just
They take
sliced
the
them.
ovations of the crowd,
Right in
smile
there.
and return.
What about that mummy?
Applause from the crowd surrounding and from the
That
press as
filthy
well.
old lecherous son of a bitch.
Members of the wedding
Wanted me to
coming out now.
wanted me to
with
get
long
wrapped up in
line
them
of
filthy rags
bridesmaids,
with him so he could get
arm
some
in
kind
arm
of
with the
off on my
groomsmen.
I stand still for a lot of things in my business,
Other
but that was
guests
a
now
bit
departing
much.
from the
Well,
church,
what's been your
and
experience
Lucy and Pat
as a
have
goat
now
herd?
reached the limousine at the
Smell
foot
my
of this
dick.
long flight of steps. Mr. and Mrs. Patrick Nugent entering a black limousine.
How do you find
rear, top,
sex with
sides,
giraffes? Is that
and
how,
windows.
what are some of the mechanical problems about having sex with a
Give the
giraffe?
newlyweds privacy. It
Well, you have to
stands
climb up their
waiting,
neck
ready
every
to
time you
welcome
wanna
back
kiss
to the
them.
White House and this afternoon's
It's just, you
reception.
can't at 69. It's impossible.
Now reached the
I was trying to
limousine, and Lucy is
fix a way where you
climbing
could
inside.
slice about
The
a
sheet has just
7-foot
been
hunk
pulled
out of the
away
neck
from
and
the top
then
of the
rejoin the
limousine.
head,
It
but
reveals a puzzle top.
they didn't cooperate with that
Clear
shit too much.
plastic covering over the rear section.
Well, how is that giraffe slit as compared
Through
to
the
a
top and the
groupie
sides
slit?
and the back, you can see
Well,
Pat and Lucy
you don't have to
waving
climb a
now as
step
the
ladder to
limousine
fuck a
pulls
groupie.
away. Followed by a Secret Service security
On the
car.
whole, ha ha
They
ha.
go down the long
The,
circular drive
giraffe
toward
slit is
Michigan Avenue.
it's
They're
it's
approaching now a
diamond
crowd of
shaped.
about 3,000
It's got raspy
persons who
teeth, so
gathered
you have to
across the street behind
quick.
It clicks like a camera shutter. You have to really be a quick bastard.
Well, you're from Texas. Originally, one of your hallucinations is
Yeah, we kill
is
people.
driven past.
Can you give us some inside gossip about the Johnson
More
family?
members of the wedding now streaming
boy.
down the steps.
They sick. And they've got this room.
And
They
the
used to have
bells,
in
the
Austin.
Caroline
In their
bells
house, they had this
continue to
room.
ring.
It was egg-shaped. And they had
It's a colorful scene.
sound effects speakers that would go.
Sunshine, gaiety seemed to be the watchword.
And it was heated to body heat.
People,
And they'd all get in there and take off all their clothes
colors of
and
the cathedral dome.
fill it about half full of
shining in the sunlight.
mixture of Vaseline and chili pepper sauce.
Pealing bells.
And get in there. That's a popular dish in
Very
Texas.
happy scene today here in Washington.
Slimalata, they call it. And they'd get in there and turn all the lights off. It was like a sensory deprivation. And they just get in there and float around and sort of sub-Vaselinic orgies.
Continuing to march behind the
Half the
barricade.
Boston police force used to go in there. They filmed a couple of segments of it.
They're part of a
What
demonstrating
segments?
committee calling themselves the
Well,
Washington
they had this
Ad
special
Hoc
camera that
Committee
could
for
photograph
August
under
6th
Vaseline
protest against the war
through
in
chili
Vietnam.
sauce. And it was incredible. They'd all be floating around in this big daisy chain, mouths glued to genitals in a big circle, very slowly.
From the cathedral,
It's,
It's like Aqua Cave.
long pale
they
yellow
have webbed feet, you know.
and pale yellow suit with matching hat and shoes. The president and his
Well,
brand
they were floating around and they.
Yeah, they just float around and eat each other. And the sperm would just sort of float around the Vaseline. It was like those paperweights with snowstorms. Opal chips through glycerin.
Well, it's been a marvelous delight to talk to you. From your vast experience in the human sexual orbit, what has been your most disgusting thing you've ever seen?
Oh, when I was about 8 years old, I was with a circus, and there was this fat lady on there, and she was about 8 feet tall and 8 feet wide. Matter of fact, she didn't have any sides, and she had an enormous cunt. It was about like a number 2 wash tub, and she used to ball the elephants. Like after the show was over, the old farmers would get the word, and they'd pay $5 to see the elephant ball this fat woman. So I was interested in photography, interuterine photography. So I climbed in there one time with a scuba outfit on and a camera with a light and everything, and I actually photographed from the inside a cunt's idea of being fucked by a bull elephant. And that's, I puked. When I puked, she thought the elephant had come. Everybody got confused and she started scratching me. But that's about the most disgusting thing.
Do you have any messages for the teenagers of America?
Yes, boys, what you do for Fallout is reinsert and shorten stroke.
The door is closed. The president of the United States, now just the father of the bride, leaves to go to his daughter's wedding reception.